Welcome back to Poly Productions, everyone, and like promised, we have a PolyTrack map tier list of all the tracks made by me. I said I'd do this at 50 subscribers, and we just reached it, so let's get right into it. So my first map was La Pista dell'Inferno, which is Italian for the track from hell, so you know, interesting title for sure. And it was alright. I mean, you know, I was still getting used to the game, obviously, and you know, there was only so much you could really do with PolyTrack maps at the time, so, you know, it's definitely not my best, but, you know, it's okay, and it's got a decent layout. It's got, like, some weird, like, dead ends and stuff that I added, which is, like, kind of weird. I guess I just wanted to make it, like, confusing or something, so, yeah, definitely not my best. I'd probably put it in, like, I put it in C tier. And recently, like, a couple months ago, I made a 2.0 version, kind of, like, revisited it, you know, added some fine touches and stuff to it. I made it a lot better for sure. It's not great, obviously, but like, you know, it's better. I don't know. It's like probably a high B. So I'm gonna put it there, at least for now. And then my third ever track was Spiral of Doom. And you know, it's a spiral basically, and it's not very good. You know, it's kind of shit, honestly. Yeah, I don't have much to say about it. It's just like a giant spiral with some like stupid, like, lucky jumps and stuff at the end. You know, nothing great. Yeah, I never even bothered making a 2.0 version of this because it's so bad. I don't know if I should put it in F though, because we have some pretty bad tracks here. But I'm gonna put it in F. Yeah, it's pretty bad. And then the track, well, it's called Computer Saver, and its real title is the track that won't make you throw your computer off of a cliff. So, like, you know, it's kind of a direct response to, you know, how horrifyingly terrible Spiral of Doom was. So, yeah, I definitely didn't want to do that again. So I made like the simplest, most boring, honestly, track I made up to that point pretty much. You know, it's just a bunch of corners. Like, you know, it would do fine as an F1 track. You know, nothing special. There wasn't even like any scenery or anything behind it, but it wasn't anything like actually wrong with it. So I'm gonna put it in C tier. Next was one of the tracks of all time. Man, my track titles were really crazy back then. And this one was like the one where I really got getting going with the good stuff. Yeah, so I don't remember a lot about this track. I know it has like a loop-de-loop at the start. It has some jumps and stuff. It like ends like one tier higher than where you started, which I think is kind of clever. But it's not a closed loop. It's alright. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. Again, I don't know what order I should put it in, B or C though. It's I'm gonna put it in B. It's actually pretty fun, honestly. You should check it out. And then this was kind of the track I was alluding to when I was talking about Spiral of Doom. It's called Pain, and you know, you can probably figure out what it's like just from that title. I don't know if you've ever tried like Spaghetti Speedway that was on PolyTrack.fun a while back, but if you have tried it, it's basically like that, but like 1,000 times worse. I did like 50 different like tiers, sort of like different levels, and I just had like a random closed loop in it, and like I had checkpoints, like there were like 5 checkpoints, and it was just like strewn across like the whole track. So it's basically impossible. You have to like, you know, you have to be grinding for hours. You have to, you know, get all your jumps, you know, perfectly lucky and everything. Like, and even like the part after that, there's like a section after that, after all the checkpoints and stuff, where you just like chill pretty much. But even that part's not very fun, honestly. I've actually never completed this track ever, just because it's so stupidly hard. So I'm gonna make a new tier real quick, and it's gonna be called Pain. Wait, hold up. Pain. Yeah. So yeah, Pain's going in Pain tier. Alright, the next, this was the first track I ever remade of like a real track, and it was called Alvis, or AVUS, whatever. It was an old German track in like the 30s and 40s, and it was like, it was basically like 2 highway strips, sort of, connected with some like, you know, janky turns and stuff. it was like the wall of bricks or whatever. Like it's made out of bricks, and it was I don't know, like the wall of speed or something. It was called something like that. Yeah, this was a pretty terrible recreation, honestly. I mean, it's the first time I ever tried to make remake a real track, but it was not good. It was really not good. So there's nothing really wrong with it. Like it's just inaccurate. So I'm gonna put it in D tier, but it definitely could go lower, honestly. And then I did Monza, and that didn't go so well either. I like really screwed up the track design the first time around. It was really bad. Again, kind of like Olympus, there's nothing really wrong with it. It's just really boring and inaccurate, so I'm gonna put it in D tier as well. I made a 2.0 version recently of Monza as well, and I like added scenery, I added like a pit road, I overhauled the layout, and it's like 100,000 times better now. So I'm gonna put this in A tier. Actually, it's pretty damn good. It's pretty damn good. Next was the walls. I don't know why this track is so popular, but like for some reason it's insanely popular. At least on PolyTrack Top Fun. I don't know about my YouTube channel, but yeah, the walls is just like insanely popular in the PolyTrack community, and I don't even know why. Like it's not even that good in my opinion, but it's pretty fun, and it's kind of dumb, honestly. Just like, you know, wall riding and stuff. Like it's a cool concept, but I didn't really execute it very well. I think it was pretty good. It's not great. I'm gonna put it in like B tier. I'll put it in front of La Pista. It's definitely better than that. Well, that was the 2.0 version. Yeah, it's just like I said, better. And I made the outer loop version, which is so much better. Like, so cool. It's such a good track. Like, seriously, you should just go check it out right now. It's so good. This might be our first S, actually. What the heck? It's that good. I'm gonna put it in S tier. Screw it. Then I went back to making another F1 track for some stupid reason, and I did Red Bull Ring, and it didn't turn out very well. It was, you know, kind of the same problem as the first Monza and Olympus and stuff. You know, the track design was totally butchered. So yeah, I'm gonna put it in D tier as well. Checkpoint Challenge. This was like the first like lawn track I made, and definitely not the last. It was also kind of boring, and you know, it was obviously very long. And it's kind of a slog to drive, and like it's not hard, it's just boring. So it's kind of a cool concept, right? I mean, 100 checkpoints in one track, and like, you know, you have to get them all. I'm gonna put it in C tier. It's not that bad. And then we get to Super City, which was one of the most popular, like in my friend group. Yeah, Super City was definitely the most popular in my friend group there for a while, and like, you know, they loved it. They were just like, oh my gosh, this is so good. This was like the first city track I made, and definitely not the last as well. I really like making city tracks. They're just like so much fun to do. So, yeah, so this was my first one, and I think it turned out really well. The layout was a little bit janky. There's like a shortcut that you can do at the start. Like you can like basically just like go through a small, like you can jump through 2 walls and stuff and just like skip a whole corner. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty damn good. I'm going to put it in A tier, but I think Monza's, actually no, I think Super City's better. Yeah. And then Highway to Hell, obviously named after the AC/DC song. This one was okay. You know, the track pieces and stuff didn't really help me with what I was trying to do at the time. With like a lot of the tracks, like Ovis and Highway to Hell, probably the 2 tracks that I like really needed, like the new update that came out recently where you can like put pieces closer together and stuff. I really needed that when I was making these, and it just was not there, so I only had so much to work with. Highway to Hell's pretty good, but it's not great. It's this was the first, I think, only time where I put the name of the track in like block letters on the track itself, which I thought was pretty cool. But even that doesn't look that great, honestly. So I'm gonna put it in B tier. It's better than, and I'll keep it there. Actually, no, I'll keep it there. Practice track. I made it 10 laps for some reason. I don't know why, but you know, it's just like a simple closed circuit. And it's supposed to be 30 seconds, but since I made 10 laps, it's more like 5 minutes. So, like, you know, I don't know what I was thinking there. But, you know, it's a practice track, you know, improve your skills, you know, get some driving, you know, if you want something simple and easy and fun-ish, then, you know, go with that. So, it's not great, but, you know, it's there. It's there. I'll probably put it at, like, front of D tier. So yeah. And then Metropolitan International. My friends didn't really say it was as good as Super City, you know, my first city track, but I think it's better, honestly. Like the track layout is really interesting, the way it, you know, like curves around and stuff. I really like the part near the end where you go through like a tunnel. That's really cool. And I think I also did a great job with like the scenery and stuff around it, with like the poles and the and you know, the buildings, stuff like that. I think I did a great job in this track, honestly. I'm gonna put an A alongside Super City. I'm gonna put it in front of it, actually. And then we have Mount Olympus, which is also insanely popular for no good reason. It's really not that good. It's so janky. It's so stupid. Like, the initial idea I had for the track was totally different from what I ended up going with. Like, it's so different. Like, it was night and day. I don't. It's alright. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. You know, it's just there. Kind of janky. Where should I put this? I don't even know. I'm gonna put it right behind Checkpoint Challenge. That seems about right. The track that never ends. Oh god, okay. This was definitely the longest one I made. It was over 5 minutes. And it's so stupid. It's like a simple loop, but then you like go around the second loop, which goes around the first one. So like I don't know. It's weird. It's really weird, and it's pretty hard too, like in a dumb way, not in a fun way. So I guess it's not terrible. There's some good parts about it for sure. There's some like, you know, good layout stuff at the start, all the corners and stuff, you know, like F1 type of driving stuff, you know, skills and like that. Yeah, I think it's all right. Nothing wrong with it. It's just, you know, obviously way too long, but you know, that's kind of the point. I'm gonna put this at the start of C tier. Seems about right. And then the track that ends eventually, my bad. This was, you know, shortened version of the track never ends. It was still 2.5 minutes, so like, you know, it's not really that short. But I think this is brilliant. I like added some jumps and stuff to it. I really like how I like overhauled this track. This was really good. I'm gonna put it up in A tier, probably right there, behind Super City. And then we have Stunt Track. Oh boy, this is the first in my Stunt Track series. It was so terrible. It was so I did not know how to make stunt tracks at the time. I had no clue what the hell I was doing. It was so bad. Yeah, it was really bad. So it's not F, but it's pretty close. So actually, I'm gonna put an F. Actually, I'll keep it in D. I'll be generous. And I did Bahrain, which was better for sure. It's, you know, another F1 remake. This was definitely a lot better, like a lot better, but it still wasn't great. Yeah, I don't know what more to say about it. It's just not. It's the track design's pretty accurate. Like, you know, the best I could do. Scenery and stuff wasn't that great. I did a pretty good job on the pit road, I think, but yeah, Bahrain was okay. So I am going to put it. I'd say it's better than La Pista. Track ends eventually. We can put it there. And then the Claustrophobic. Oh my gosh, this track is so good. This is definitely my best. This is like my magnum opus. It took me so long to make this. So many hours. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. And I made like 3 different... It's like in a cave, basically. And I made like 3 different routes. And like the first one was supposed to be like chill, basically, with like some jumps and stuff. And the second one is supposed to be like chicanes and stuff. And then the third one is supposed to be like loop-de-loops. I think I did a great job. All the routes are pretty much the same when it comes to like how long it takes. So yeah, I think I did a brilliant job on this track. This is easily my best track. It's first, I guess the second S actually. Yeah, it's a goated track, absolutely. Go try it. And then we have Monster Mountain, which was also one that took a really long time to make. Mostly just the mountain part, because, you know, it takes a long time. You know, the whole thing is covered in mountain, basically, if that makes any sense. You know, look at the red tiles and stuff. And I think it's pretty good. The track design is... It's there. It's different. There's, like, one section at the start where, like, you're, like, going up, and then up and up again, and it's, like, one of those pieces where it's, like, it's, like, a really awkward bump, so, like, it takes a really long time to get up to the top. So annoying. I fixed it later, like way later, but yeah, it was terrible. It was just terrible. Made the track like way longer than it needed to be. but it's still pretty good. It's a pretty good track, and I like the concept of it, and I think I did it pretty well overall. So I'm gonna put it right between. I'm gonna put it right here in A tier. And then we have Monster Mountain Return Journey. So it's basically the same thing in reverse. I did actually have to change some things with the track design to make it work in reverse. I think I did an okay job with it. It wasn't exactly what I wanted, but it was pretty cool still. Yeah, I'm gonna put this. Is it better than the first one? That's a good question. I would say probably not. I'm gonna put it right behind, but they're pretty close. They're basically the same. And then we have Seaside Speedway, which was kind of a city track, also kind of not. It was supposed to be like a seaside, basically. My original title was actually Down by the Seaside, you know, Led Zeppelin song title. But I decided to go with Seaside Speedway just because it sounds better, in my opinion, with all the S's in a row and stuff. You know, Speedway, you know, kind of tells you what it is. And it's also pretty straightforward. It's kind of like Super City, kind of like Metropolitan, but, you know, not quite as amazing. But it's still pretty good. I like the track design for sure. I really like the double left-hander at the end, at the very end. It kind of reminds you of like the end of Monza with like the formerly called parabolical corner. That makes sense. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. I'm gonna put it right behind Monster Mountain, both of them. Yeah, and we have Hone Your Skills, which is kind of the same thing I was going for with Practice Map. But just did it way better. Like, it's just Hone Your Skills is the perfect practice map for PolyTrack. It's got everything. It's got the corners. It's got the jumps. It's got the wall rides. It's got, you know, the stunts and stuff. But it's also still pretty simple, and it's like pretty easy. Not easy, but like it's pretty simple to figure out, basically. So I think I did a great job with this track. It's not the best track ever, but considering it's supposed to be a practice map, I think I did a great job. So I'm going to put this at the beginning of B tier, if it'll let me. There we go. And we have Choose Your Destiny, which is also kind of my magnum opus. It has 5 lanes now, so, you know, I picked it up from Claustrophobic. And the middle lane, just disclaimer here, it's basically just a full speed map. So, like, you know, just, you know, speed run that, and, you know, there you go. But the other 4 the other 4 routes are pretty cool. The far left, I think, is supposed to be like chicanes and tight corners, kind of like the middle part of Claustrophobic. And then we have like the middle left, which I think was like stunts and stuff like that, even though I didn't do very well. And I think the middle right was also kind of like that, with like stunts and jumps and stuff. And then the far right was like basically just a bunch of like corners and, like, you know, double apex corners, and, you know, wide corners leading into you know, 90-degree hairpins and vice versa, you know, stuff like that. I think I did a great job on this track as well. I don't really have any like scenery or anything that comes with it, so, like, you know, that kind of sucks. But I still think it's really good. Honestly, it might be S tier. Like, I think it's worse than S tier, honestly. It's that good. And then we get to Survival the Fastest. This was like when I was really like locking in with my tracks, like really locking in. I just realized that Hone Your Skills got weird, kind of weirded out here. I ranked the 2-lap version, but not the original. I'm gonna put the original in front of it just because. Alright, back to Survival the Fastest. This was a good freaking map. It was hard, but that was the point. I mean, it's called Survival the Fastest. You don't think it's gonna be hard? Like, really? Really? I did a great job on this track. The stunts and stuff were cool, like flying through the 3 pillars, like the 3 buildings. That is so cool. It's so satisfying. The first jump is pretty satisfying as well. And like the end, where you do like a wall ride and you like crash at the end into the finish line, that is so sick. And it's like, it's so good. This map is so good. You should absolutely try it. I'm gonna put it right in front of, yeah, I'm gonna put it here. I think it's my second best behind Claustrophobic, honestly. And then next we have Frantic, named after Metallica song. And this was pretty good. It was like kind of stripped back approach for this one. This was, I think, my first map that can be fairly easily completed under 30 seconds. Well, I guess Hone Your Skills would be one, but like an official map, like, you know, not like a practice one. So yeah, this one's pretty short. It was supposed to be, you know, short and sweet. The stunts were pretty good, you know. Kind of like the thing at the end where like I stacked all the finish lines on top of each other. I think that was pretty sick. Yeah, just solid map. I don't know. I'm gonna put this at the. I'm gonna put it right there, near the beginning of B tier. And then we have, I can't see that. Oh, Discipline, okay. This was pretty good. This was like the first map I made, like, the thing one of my friends used to do, or like, he just like generates a map from like the editor, because there's like a generate button, and he just kind of goes from there. So I kind of decided to like experiment with that for a little bit, because I honestly could not think of anything else to do for a map. So I was just like, I'll just do that and see what the hell happens. So yeah, this was pretty good. It's not great, but it's good. I'd probably put this like behind the walls. I'll put it right here. Yeah, it's pretty good. Low B. And then we get Stunt Track 2, and this was like 200,000 times better than the first Stunt Track. It was so good, and it was like all the stunts and jumps were just like, oh, perfect. And there's like one really sick stunt in the middle. It's really hard to pull off, but when you get it right, it's so satisfying. It's like where you jump and then you hit like the top of your car, like hits something, like hits like a wall above you sort of, and it makes you do like a double flip, and then you're supposed to land on, you know, the ground on all 4 wheels. Obviously, it usually doesn't happen, but if you get it just right, it's so satisfying. It's amazing. And the end, like the last jump right before start finish line, is also really cool. Yeah, this is just a great map. This is honestly also S tier. I probably played second, honestly. And then we get to the last map, which was Wide, which was supposed to like start out really wide and then narrow up. And I really could not do this either with the way that the editor was at the time, which really sucked. But yeah, the original was kind of terrible. But yeah, this is an okay map. I mean, you know, the concept kind of fell apart, but it's still pretty decent. I like the wall ride part in the middle where you have to like, you know, basically, you know, your car, you have to make it stick to the wall, basically, and just ride that, and then you like jump near the finish. And the end's super annoying because you got that like those like super thin pieces that you have to go over, and like, you know, 99 out of 100 times I cannot, you know, complete that properly, just because, you know, the angle and stuff is so, you know, you have to get it perfect. But there is an alternate finish line at the bottom, for all you guys who are, like, you know, like completionists like me, who are just like, you know, I don't care what my time is, I just want to finish the map. So, you know, you can basically crash, and then you can just go down there, collect the rest of the checkpoints, and then you can just finish the map. So I thought that was kind of cool. Like, you know, I kind of like it when I do like hard things, but like also make it like easy, sort of, for like people who like maybe don't want, you know, an extreme track, you know, extreme challenge, you know, maybe just want to like, you know, kind of play casually, you know, just kind of enjoy it, you know what I mean, like, you know, just drive around basically. And yeah, I think I did I think I've done a pretty good job of that overall. But yeah, with Wide, definitely putting that alternate ending at the end, yeah, that definitely helped. And where am I gonna put this? Shoot, I don't know. I'm going to put it... Is it really A tier? It's probably not, honestly. I'm going to put it right behind... I'm going to put it right behind the walls. Actually, I'm going to put it in front of the walls. There we go. Alright, that is the final tier list. There you go. That is my official PolyTrack ranking of the maps. Yeah, looks pretty good to me. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.